Wassail. This reading is for anybody who wants to go on a quest to seek a better life in the coming 12 months. This is a spiritual wheel reading. I watched the last sunset of the last decade on the beach with a beautiful friend, Daniela, and afterwards, after being filled with kind of joy and love and that sense of movement, we came here to the studio and we did a spiritual wheel for her, which just gave the most beautiful, wonderful journey for her. It was a really beautiful moment. So I thought it would be nice to give you all a journey. I did the journey earlier, started doing it, and it didn't feel right, and 50 minutes into it, because I kept going, the phone rang. So I have let go of that, and it's time to sit down. This time I've pre-shuffled the cards, because that took over 20 minutes, and no one needs to watch me shuffling. It's really not very interesting. So we start with a block that is to do with the journey of the year, and there's been a lot of changes. We have here this first card. It fits in with something which I've been feeling for the last few days. I watched that last sunset of the last decade go down, full of love and expectation of a beautiful brand new horizon for 2020, which it will be, but there hasn't been a clear day yet here where I am in Hastings that means I can actually witness this, I want to say divine masculine sun rising, but actually it's the emotional masculine sun. So in the tarot we have the magician, the raw masculine, selfish, greedy, I will survive all energy. And then he eventually, after being kicked out by the high priestess, the divine feminine, he comes back while she's the empress creating all life on the moleculed worlds that he created. And he comes back as an emotional male. And this is the emperor. And that's the ability to prune and to cut back something so that life can all live together. And then you have the Hierophant, which is the divine masculine. Now, I have talked endlessly about the eclipse in December being the divine masculine energy, but it's actually the emotional energy. And the fact that we haven't seen this emotional energy here allows me to understand that the veil is that we're kind of between two energies at the moment. We're between worlds, and rather beautifully, that is the first card. Between worlds, new directions. We're all being offered new directions in which to travel. Okay, so you can see from this card, this wonderful turtle, the ancient soul that is everybody, all your past lives, all your future lives are all one thing. And right at the moment, they're just floating between worlds. Why are they floating? We have 33, master number, beautiful master number of the 3D world. We have soul fragments. Look at how in this card, spirit or the divine is reaching into the heart to fix the heart. Now, bear in mind that the heart has two chakras, and I've been talking a lot about this. The lower chakra, which is the natural world, and the higher heart, which is where we love other people. So this energy needs to be combined, and it can't be combined until we've shed all of those past lives that we've had here, energies that haven't been dealt with, and also the inherited DNA trauma, which has been coming up an awful lot in the last year. This is where everything begins to come on and change into a new phase. Spirit wants to fix you. Spirit is offering you this chance. And look at this wonderful connection up here, just pouring from the head as the energy transfers and changes. So This is part of the year's journey. Your balance will be restored soul fragments being restored. And then from the Mystical Shaman deck, we have the Vision Quest. So this is card number 60. 60 is a divine number. It's part of the frequency of positive, negative, 6 and 3, the bounce between the 2 and the need for the 9. So at the moment we are, on a spiritual level, we're much more on the 6 divine feminine balance, and we're going to go on a journey to change this. And it's going to be a year of change and wind. And the card of wind is 63. So this wind of change is coming upon us. This is the moment in which 6 and 3 is 9, 6 and 3 is a triad, that energy frequency that allows us to step forwards, to move into something new with the correct energy to break free from the 6 and the 3 that's bouncing, the polarity, the positive, negative. This is the missing element coming in, the 9, over the course of the year to change things, some kind of spiritual expansion. And this is partly because, remember, we have a lunar eclipse coming up in January. Maybe it might be mentioned, but that lunar eclipse energy comes just after Mars and Uranus, who are pulling at the molecules of our body and the consciousness. Remember, Uranus was named Uranus by a load of blokes. That's why it's not called Gaia, which should be the planet's real name. You know, that's just the way it is. It's the energy. Gaia birthed Uranus, and then she married him and created all the other gods. So she's the original birthing, and that is why ancient cultures celebrated woman, because woman is magic. Woman creates life, and that is a wonderfully divine energy. And where are we heading with this? Towards the beauty way. 4, a healing. 2020 is a 4. This is the energy of this year. This is the energy that you need to be focused on, lifting yourself out of the opening, blossoming lotus flower that is all things wonderful. So, the animal energy that we have is breaking free from the oyster, trapped, firmly closed inside this oyster energy. This hard exterior that you need to really break through is a pearl, and a pearl is your divine, beautiful treasure waiting as nightingale spirit to sing the most beautiful poetic song. Think of this song as a love song. It's a frequency by which you've released and opened your oyster, you've pulled open and you've released the tune, the unique frequency that is you. It's all about frequency this year. Frequency to pass through into new areas, new portals, special portals that are made just for you. You need to match the frequency so that you can open that frequency and pass through it. So, I'm using 2 decks, one an Impressionist deck, and the other I'm using is a Pre-Raphaelite deck. And these are because both of these decks have a Divine Feminine energy. And the Divine Feminine is coming in now because she's willing to touch the emotional male, whereas she was not willing to touch the raw masculine, but she's willing to touch the emotional masculine energy that's beginning to encircle us. And the first card we have is a major arcana card, the Hierophant. This is again a 5. So look, we started being between worlds, waiting for this expansion, and this is the journey, this expansion, to release ourselves, to stretch our molecules open, to give our soul space to grow and to take on a new frequency. And so the journey is spiritual expansion this year, and this is a wheel about a spiritual journey. So as an overall energy, along with this card of wind coming in with the divine feminine and the emotional masculine. We're just getting that frequency beginning to swirl around us to head us to the beauty way. And here we have another 3. So we've got 603 and 63. And we've got 33, which is 6. So there's a lot of 6s going on here in this. And the beauty way is 4, which is the stillness which we're heading to, that sense of healing. So this card here, the 3 of Swords, is us dealing with the hurt in our hearts, fixing the heart chakra. That is the overall story energy of the year, fixing the heart chakra, working out how to stop feeling fear. Because you can see in this card there's an angel that's come in, and yet the figure that the angel's trying to help is backing off through fear. Don't fear the new interventions that are coming in. Remember, channeling is the new mindfulness. Being mindful isn't enough. We need to be more than mindful. So, we also have the arrival of a 9. By the end of the year, the divine 9 is pulling the cosmic stars that are in your heart back out of their box so that you can live a new and absolutely wonderful existence. So the journey is to pull out your dreams from where they're locked away, where you can't access them. And it ends with the moon. So the moon is card number 18, and 1 and 8 is 9. So the journey of the year leads towards 9 and 9, which is the 9th dimensional master number that we can't comprehend, but it's the energy that's working on us this year, that's just one step away from completion. And 2021 will be the start of that completion. 2021 is judgment complete, because it's the world card. It's 20, judgment in tarot, and the completion, the world card at 21. So the overall journey is fixing our heart chakras, changing that raw masculine into emotional masculine, and you're going to spew up an awful lot of DNA traumas, past life traumas, all of these energies that will feel very, very uncomfortable will be coming out in us throughout the year. So let's start then with the energy of the year of January. Oh, I'm very forgetful about these, but with each set of cards, I want to pull an animal card with a little message. So, what is the message, overall message for the year? Which animal spirit has the overall message for the year? Too many, I can't read 12, that's like the entire year's worth. Just one card, please, to show the message for the year, please. The message for the year. The message for the year, please. The message for the year. There's 2 that seem to have flipped over. No, there's 4. Can't do 4. I might have been willing to do 2. Can we please have one message? There you go, look. It flipped into the air. It's 18, 1 and 8, just like the moon. It's a 9. This is a divine feminine year for the raw masculine to be converted into the emotional masculine. It's already happening to the earth grid. It's time for it to start happening to you. We have dear spirit. Bring a gentle touch. So approach this year calmly, gently, and with that understanding that you are safe in all that you do on your spiritual pathway. That's a really, really lovely message. Bring a gentle touch, not the Jill Gascoigne program that we used to have in Britain when I was a young laddie. So, January. We start with a 9. Whoosh. There's a lot of 3s and 6s and 9s going on. This is a very divine moment as January opens. We have here sacred wisdom. This is 72. This is the moon phase. This is light codes. This is owl spirit bringing you spiritual assurances that everything is good and that the start of your journey is as it should be. It's a sense of perfection, okay? And what else do we have? We have the blade. The blade points to heaven. Its hilt, its handle is down at the earth. And in the centre, just across the card, there's a sense of, there's small moons moving around. I'm just going to move my ball slightly. You can see the moons. This is about cutting through this energy of the divine. Well, it is the divine, but it's the emotional masculine. Cut into the emotional masculine and earth your molecules and stretch yourself up to this wonderful new solar energy that's going to be coming down this year. Okay? This is a 6. We've got 9 and 6 as we start. And then what do we have? We have 3. 3, 6 and 9. This is the 3 of Cups. This is the intention that you need to be setting. Cutting through to understand that the emotional masculinity has to have an intention set upon it. Remember, this solar energy at the moment is the energy with which we manifest our heart's desires, and we do that with the energy of the moon combining with the solar energy. So this 3 of Cups is the promise of happiness, joy, celebration. This is the energy that you are wanting to bring forwards. And this card is coupled. And I'm using these cards not just because they're both divine feminine decks in their energies, but also because they're artistic. And part of this year is you have to take on a much more creative role in things, okay? So you need to sense how you create an emotional language to help you move forwards. This king being Zen with swords is just reminding you to only hold on and deal with those thoughts that serve your journey towards creating this sense of happiness. So January is about setting a sacred and wise Zen intention for the year, and use the moon phase. We've got the moon cycle being echoed twice here. It's in this blade and it's across this owl. Why? Because we've got another 3 of Cups. It's just, they really want you to understand the sense of, this is pearls. Now, for the overall energy, we had the oyster, and the oyster needs to open. This is setting the intention, again, reminding us of our ability to create the world that we wish to exist in, okay? say okay a lot. I can hear myself saying it now. There's a transformation taking place. The overall animal energy that we have for January is spiritual transformation from butterfly, waking your spiritualness, that sense, that channeling. Believe you're channeling. It's the new mindfulness. That was a message that came out last year, but they want me to remind you again. And then we have the sense of justice, 11, a master number, the first master number. This is the first point at which you seek balance between your divine feminine and your emotional masculine energies, okay? Seeking balance, setting intentions for how you wish to move forwards. And then if you set that balance forwards and decide that you wish to achieve this during the course of this 12 months, you're being given the card of the sun. And around the sun is every single zodiac sign, because regardless of what sign you are born into and where your planets are, this offer, this journey towards sunshine, is the divine masculine and divine feminine eventually being united. Not the emotional, but the divine. So feel that the importance of this wonderful emotional sun energy, and I would say, because on this lunar eclipse, okay, I can hear, on the lunar eclipse, set the intention. The lunar eclipse is on the 12th, 11th in some places, or the 12th. It comes just after Gaia, Uranus, turns direct. So that stretching, that slowing down of everything that we're in at the moment, suddenly, pow, that will turn forwards and allow the energies to flow different. So set the intention that you want to have that balance by the eclipse, the solar eclipse that's coming in June, okay? So I'm going to move on to February. February is about improvements in energy. Oh, hang on. You see, I can't remember these every time. So, obviously I clear the air and then we go back for the message each time. We'll see if I can get it in the right space next time. So, January, what's the message, spirit animal? What's the message for January, this month of intention setting and the lunar eclipse? What message do you have? Believe in yourself, squirrel spirit, 57. It's a 12, it's a 3, create a pathway. Set your intentions and decide on whether you want to just keep nibbling on the small acorns or whether you want your acorns to actually expand into the two parts of your soul that you can bring together. Okay? I like that. So, let's see. We've got this. I feel like it begins with yet another 9. A sense of completion. If you set your intentions, you then have to see this as the completion. It's not that this is complete now. This Uberos snake energy is the gateway. This is the completion that you're heading for. This is the space that you're seeking to move into. Okay? And in the middle of it, there is a heart being birthed from a kind of small flowering cup. So, create during February an understanding of the frequency gateway you wish to pass through by shedding all the unnecessary things you've been carrying throughout your life. Okay? So that's, keep that divine 9 energy in your mind. Okay? This is a big, big month. Okay. So you have 19, a completion and a new beginning. This is guardian, guard your energy. Again, look, we've got the sense of the eclipse. Understand the journey that you're heading towards and invoke the spirit of wolf. Wolf is a leader. Wolf looks after its pack. Wolf is... I always think of wolf as the she-wolf. It's the mother wolf. It's bringing your spirit into the world and taking its place in the world. So February is not a time for cutting yourself off. It's a time for seeking balance. Understand, you set your intentions. You no longer need to see the journey forwards. We've got, again, referencing, there's a sense of an eclipse, heading towards the eclipse. Set your intentions, that 6-month journey towards June, and fear nothing. Fear nothing. Set up. 2 is union. Sense that you have found your direction so that you can move forwards and seek. I mean, you know, the energy around this she-wolf is wonderful. And there's another wolf just down here calling out. That distant calling is a promise that you have soulmate energy, but not yet. Patience has to be put in. You have to go on a journey of spiritual expansion. When you spiritually expand, you'll learn to love yourself fully, and this will open you up to new things. That's apparently might be coming later, I believe. The overall animal energy is otter. This is water, this is emotions. You've got to now start to be much more playful with the emotions that you have. Allow the emotions to flow and meander. And every time something doesn't quite seem to be going your way, remember you're in a flow. You don't need to see, so laugh. Be playful. Find humour in your spiritual journey, okay? Can you also see this kind of sense of the gases around here? This is the kind of toxicness of the world around us, and yet our otter is creating the white light that's keeping all that toxicity away, because you know where you're going. You know the gateway frequency that you've set up. So what do we next have? Well, this is a very spiritual month for you. We have another 9 and we have a 5. We have the Hierophant and the Hermit here. So the Hierophant is to seek your inner truth. Inside yourself, this is your intention again, your frequency that you're now going to resonate with. And then here we have the Hierophant. That's the divine masculine. So January and February is you preparing for the journey towards June's solar eclipse, which is going to change a lot of things. Okay? And what are you heading for? A new beginning. It's not now in February. The new beginning now in February is that sense that you know where you're going, and that's new. You understand how to step through this circle. And look, he's almost stepping through his circle. There's just a few things to deal with to unlock this little bit that's causing a slight barrier on his gateway. So be prepared, set the intention. The new beginning is that you've set out on the journey to completion. Okay? And look, I've remembered that we need a card for February. What is the spirit animal message for February? What is the spirit animal message for February? Please show me February. Please show me February. Here we go. What do we have here? Armadillo spirit, number 3. Another 3. 3s and 9s in this one. 3s, 9s, 5s, 10s. So this is set healthy boundaries. You have to redefine yourself during February. You have to find your inner truth and set your completion gate. Set your boundaries. And look, armadillo is armoured. Hard, tough, beautiful inside, soft and emotional. But the outside, you have to set brick wall boundaries on how people and how you relate to people so that you can journey forwards in your truth for your spiritual expansion. Others have to do their journey. You don't have to help others at all during this year. It's seeking your space. March. Ooh, March has got a sharpness to it. Oh, one of my least favourite cards to looking at. Oh, there is a sharpness to March. Oh, but there's a beauty coming at the end of it. Okay. I guess we start with the animal energy. Rabbit. Now, rabbit is stuck in static fear. But it's interesting in this card, the one part of rabbit that is not shown, and I'm kind of glad in a weird way, is the lower limbs, because it's often, in a lot of cultures, there's the lucky rabbit's foot, which is a horrible concept, because do you know what? It's far more lucky if it's still attached to the rabbit, because then the rabbit can run away when it needs to and keep itself out of danger. So this is a card of letting go of fears and trusting in the flow that comes naturally towards you. Be alert, be upright, be ready for all the new energies that are coming in, because there's a big change coming upon you. I'm going to put two cards up. We have the Serpent, 46, completion and new beginnings. This is shedding a skin, getting rid of the tough exteriors that's not allowing your spiritual expansion, and it's coming in with the universe bringing a tower moment, pulling away all the things that you no longer need that are not serving you. That's 2020. Change, vision, movement forwards, balance. You have to have these tower moments. You have to be made over. It's stripped naked. Everything you think is the reality of the world around you, you need to break down. You need, during this year, to completely rebuild your foundations. You have to change your concept on absolutely everything that exists. This is a 16, it's a 7. 7s are pathways forwards with potential. Here we have spiritual expansion. Now this is the pushing, tearing apart the raw masculine earth energy during February. This is going to be tricky. This is going to be quite harsh to go through. But you have to let this emotional male come to the surface. This is, if you can pull the world open, if you can drop all of your divine molecules, if you can meditate into the golden energy of emotional raw energy in the earth grid, you can then pull the earth apart and allow the divine feminine energy to really come down. This is a sense of how to expand your Kundalini energy. Now, Kundalini energy in the past was very aggressive, too aggressive, because the raw male part was too strong for our molecules. Now it's becoming emotional, it's softer, so you can bring in the divine feminine. And this is March forwards. This is spring. This is beautiful. This is the equinox. This is the cycle, the quarter cycle of change. And you've got another 7. This time it's the Chariot. Look, this Chariot is a really lovely card. It has the divine masculine, or the divine feminine, and the emotional masculine riding together for the first time, because you've created the emotional expansion. This card says, educate your mind and your senses so that you can create this union and march forwards. I mean, that's beautiful. And then you have 2 more 3s, and it's the same card twice. It's the Empress. The Empress card in 2 forms. Do you see this one? She holds corn, and there's a sense that she is the intention that is coming in the autumn. We'll see when we get to the autumn. This one here, she's much more about the energy of transmuting and changing things now. So it's like a promise of intuition having its place in the world, and then the promise of a yet another ramping up of the divine feminine in the autumn, perhaps at the autumn equinox. We'll see when we get to September, hopefully, if I remember, and whether this ties in. But this is the now letting her in, because you've expanded the space in the global energy, in the earth grid, to allow this energy in. And then this is the promise of the expansion further, the intention. Remember, this is all about you creating changes to your thought patterns to bring in new energies. And look, I'm remembering yet again that we need an animal spirit message for March. What's the animal spirit message, please, for March? What's the animal spirit message, please, for March? What's the animal spirit message, please, for March? 6 and 4 is a completion and a new beginning. So shedding of the skin, this tower moment, this sense of fear that you need to release. 6 and 4, 4 and 6, wasp spirit. This is a mirroring. Sometimes life stings. Don't fear the stings. Don't fear them, because what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And it's all about this spiritual expansion. So March is a sharp month of energy. Ooh, that's sounding soft as we go into April. Okay. So, what do we have for April? What's the order? What's the beginning? I feel like it begins with a 3 and a 10. The 10. And another 3. There's so much 3s going on this year. This is 10, cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns. The Empress energy that you've got is connecting you to inspiration, is connecting you to intuition, is connecting you to new thought, is connecting you to your spirit. Now your spirit, okay. This is the energy of, as a kind of dark cosmic energy, egg energy, just here in the card. This is about connecting. So the last card was about setting intentions for the future. We're not dealing with the past anymore. We're trying to release the past, the last decade. All of the age of Pisces, all has to be gone. This is the energy of setting intentions with cosmic ancestors. Now, cosmic ancestors are actually, they've been with you, but they're in the future now. Their lives that you've yet to lead, you've led them, because at the heart of your higher self and your soul pot, all time is at the same moment. But from your position in the cosmic ordering now, Your cosmic ancestors are in the future. They're the lives you've yet to lead. But you lead those lives because the life you're leading now is a trigger point. It's an apex. And that, again, is that sense of the gateway, that circle of the Uberos energy that you need to be setting. So you're asking, what are the intentions during this month? The intentions will be answered. They are it's the energy of frog. Frog is water. Frog is beautiful cleansing. We were born in water as a tadpole. We were born of emotions. We were born of love. And we have transformed into this frog. This is us. We are the frog in the world. And we are waiting to be kissed by love, not with another at the moment. This is spiritual love. We're being asked to be kissed and woken into a spiritual prince. That sense of being wakened. So it's a sense of emotional healing. Frog sits on a lily pad and it's so dry as it baked in the old sun. And this is the time to jump back into the emotional pool, to voice your concerns about this, because last month said you had fear and life's been stinging. So now you say, what's the journey forwards? What are the intentions? I've tried setting them. Am I doing this right? And they're saying to you, 8 of Cups, it's time to line up all the things, all of these emotions that haven't served you, and actually get on the train and start moving to a new place. 8 is a sense of abundance. 8 is that chance to move to something new. And by moving, you're giving yourself a healing. But this is a lovely card. This healing is the death of the raw male emotions. All that was past that we've just talked about, this is the card that shows it. It doesn't serve you. It's time to become new and to move forwards. So this 4 is to let go of all those bad thought patterns. And actually, behind the cards, there's a kind of behind the swords, there's a portrait on the wall, like a kind of stained glass, but it isn't. It's a picture. And in that picture, there is a sense of Gaia supporting your emotional... you can see it. Supporting your... I want to say inner child, but I have a problem with inner child, because for a lot of people who are on this journey, they don't know what their inner child was, because they've always been a reflection of everybody else, because they're slightly empathic, most of the people watching this program, watching this message. And so every part of your inner child was always a reflection of somebody else. It was never the true you. The true you is the future you, the you set the intention to be. So don't go looking for a point in your past when you were most happy. Most happy is where you're heading. Most happy is your future. So we have the first of the 3s, we have the arrow. This is a little bit like Blade. It's time now to set an intention again, to move forwards from the death of the raw male to the emotional male. Shoot at the target that you wish to see. Shoot towards the lunar eclipse in May. I'm sure there's a lunar eclipse in May. So shoot for the lunar eclipse. Fire your arrow. Interestingly, on this card, there's a kind of crystal and a feather, and there's a moon and a sun, and it's all beginning to move together. If you can keep your focus in your direction, firing. And then we have another 3. We have the 3 of Earth, and this card is becoming something new. The Three of Earth, Three of Pentacles, is always seen as a card of collaboration, and that's not how I see this card. This card is when we sculpt the version of us that we wish to be. We sculpt a new image. It's the One Touch Venus story where the mannequin comes alive. You create the new version of you to step out from behind the veil and into the new energy of truth, your truth. And so this is redefining you, and it's a lovely energy because it's a chance to create from scratch. I said there was a lot of creativity in these readings because that's part of it. And here again, you have a reminder that this eclipse that's coming up is part of that. So create the pathway now of the new you and use the energy of the June the 21st eclipse to bring that energy towards you, to step through your first frequency gateway. I was reading the other day about the Gate of Ishtar, the 8th gate in the old Babylonian cities, and that's kind of a reference to the journeys we go on. We're stepping through a series of gateways, and each gateway has a frequency and it has a gatekeeper, and the gatekeeper will let you in if you're the right frequency shape. There's a perfect fit for you and each of your gates, and you're going through each of them. So this eclipse is yet another energy frequency. It's April, the lunar part is May, but June is your new expansion. I get the feeling this really is the point at which the emotional male energy becomes divine masculine. Okay, so ends with the Knight of Wands. Now in this deck, knights are the Zen. They're the king in this deck, in this Aleister Crowley deck. This is you creating new passions, new ideas, new notions, rebuilding you as Zen with the energies in which you wish to exist. Okay. So that's April, and this is already such a long message. I'm so sorry it's so long. I hope it'll upload. The last one that was this length wouldn't upload. Time for a deep dive. It's a 6, so we've got 3s and 6s again coming through. It's endless. This is 60. This is Swan Spirit. This is cleansing deeply. Beautiful energy. Absolutely beautiful energy. Cleansing, recreating, redefining who you wish to be. This is April. Now we're on May. Ooh, soft May. May's very soft energy. Let's hope it is. Oh, ooh, Wow, May's a beautiful energy with this lunar eclipse that I'm sure is happening. So we begin with another 9, 2 and 7. Meditation. Okay, this is improvements require persistence. May is going to be a month where once you've decided during April what it is you want, what part of your soul you wish to recreate, and what part is the new energies that you wish to fly off with, you've got to keep working on that. You've got to keep a mindfulness. You need to make sure that you keep, this is the Princess of Swords. This is gently allowing things, energies to come up that you need to cut away because they're not serving your future. So this very gentle sense of this uncomfortable, choking energies, just lightly through meditation being pushed away. And here we have Eagle, which is 16, 7. Eagle is striking down with the help of spirit through meditation down into this smoke. Okay? Now, it doesn't exist there, but when I put the card there, I see a face here looking into the gloom. This is you moving into the smoke and striking down. Princess of Swords energy, but with the help of spirit to reform, to stop all of this whirling, swirling wind and creating something new. What is the energy? This is like, well, these are kind of like the same thing. This is the animal energy is starfish, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune, number 10. This is a little bit like a Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune can be broken. You can snap a piece from a starfish and it's regrown. It's the same arm, but it's made from new molecules. Now, in our bodies, our molecules are constantly being recreated, and they often say that they're recreated as less and less good copies, which is why we age. We age because we tell ourselves we age. So if you go looking for crow's feet, watch them grow. If you just keep believing in the divineness of the way in which your cells reproduce, after all, they're now, your molecules are no longer in that raw masculine energy. They're in an emotional masculine. They're heading towards divine masculine. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't regenerate into something as beautiful as you wish to be. That's the intention. Starfish is also the energy of Aquarius. It's that deeply intuitive sense of humanitarian, that preparation to be part of the world. And it's also that sense of fluidity. You see, I want to say it's the energy of, quite often this card talks to me about being a divinely sent soulmate. And I am being told that that is the energy that will be coming, but it's not this month. This is about you reaching that stage within yourself of self-love. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck is a reminder. There's a little tiny head peeping through. This is you beginning to get into the next gateway. There's so many gateways to get through this year as you transform and transmute. Then what do we have from the two art cards? We have another 6 and a 3. Another Empress and another Flow. So maybe this is another 3 Empress gateway, another transformative moment to be more in flow and in balance with the world. This is living in the moment, not trying to seek things forwards, but just keeping your intention gently there on the world so that you can keep the energy. Now, yeah, you see, this last card is the Knight of Cups. This is a sense of now being whole enough within yourself and your self-love to allow this energy of new love to start flowing towards you. And okay, so quite often when we do tarot readings and these things, this is new love. Now, you could go, if you're already in a relationship, it will get better. And maybe that's the case, and I really hope it does. But this is new energy. Staying in a partnership with somebody is only going to become enhanced with new romance and love. But this is new. The energy of love is going to be felt so differently to how you've ever known it before, because there's a brand new sense of how our hearts work. But someone who you're in a relationship with is only going to enhance if they're on this journey with you, if they're doing this same thing that you're doing. If they're not, I'm not sad to say, it's just fact. they'll fall away. You won't frequency with them. You won't match their frequency. Therefore, you won't go anywhere. So this is the gentle. This is the gentle month when you realise that the person you're with. No, this is the meditative month in which the wheel of fortune, your sense of purpose and intention, is beginning to have clarity. Okay, so what do we have here? Bee spirit, number 7. Sweet results await. Sweet results await with bee spirit. Bees turn powdery nectar into honey, into wax. They build homes, they feed families. This is all of those kind of energies of being part of a beautiful collective energy that's coming on. At the moment though, even during that month, it's you in your own space making defined changes and striking down and creating the person you want to be. So now we have July. Another soft energy. Okay. No, June. It's June. This is the month of the solar eclipse. This is solar eclipse time. Okay, so I'm gonna just begin. Actually, I'm not just gonna begin. I'm just gonna move these around. Right. Sorry, people, it's quite confusing. So, we begin with the 10 of Swords. This is always a card when they say this is about endings, and if you stay in the sun too long, you'll get burnt. But that really isn't the case in this. This is you so laid back now that as this eclipse approaches, it doesn't matter what gets thrown at you, what people take aim and fire at you, you're just in that bliss, because you're in the now, you're in the trust, you're in the flow, and you know what's happening around you. So that's an ending of fear, okay? And that's a 10. This is 3-7. It's the moon, and the moon is passing in front of the sun to create the eclipse. There's not much else I can say about that. It's just stating the obvious, and it's a good job because I got months wrong in my head as a consequence of things. So, it's a month of change. There's an adjustment. We have the Queen of Air, and we have the card of Justice. So, this Queen of Air is bringing in the spiritual adjustments to your thought processes so that you can just hang around in this solar eclipse energy and know whatever gets thrown at you, you're completely safe because you're in this energy of adjustment. She is she's always seen as a very strong, she's often seen as the kind of angry queen that cuts everything away, but this is completely different. This is mindfulness. This is understanding the state of being in the perfect now and allowing these adjustments, that sword of truth, that single truth. She just holds her sword as protection because the truth protects you. It's the lies that let you down. So what are we heading for? We're heading for the energy with this emotional sun of whale, deepest emotional diving, because now it's safe to go down to the depths of your soul inside to the darkest points of your emotions and just drink them all in, because nothing now can hurt you. That's such a beautiful... Oh, I can't wait for that eclipse. I'm not in any rush, obviously, but can't wait for that eclipse. And then you have 5611 Yggdrasil. This is the tree of life. This is the divine feminine consciousness energy, absolutely now weaving into the divine masculine. So the emotional masculine energy really will change to the divine masculine energy at this eclipse. This is big, major energy transformation. And you have the Four of Earth. Between the two, there's an echoing energy here of Yggdrasil is a code. It's the energy frequency to move forwards, grounded in the earth, fully immersed in the new divine masculine earth energy. This is the energy that will begin to save the planet, because this will awaken understanding in people of the need to heal us and heal the earth. This is the new beginning. This is a new dawn. This June the 21st solar eclipse is brand new. It's brand new. There's nothing else to say about that other than we need an energy card. Just have the faith. You've set the intentions way back in January. These are the intentions you need to set, that you know that there's something coming. 61, Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. This card's been making me laugh all Christmas, because I kind of keep thinking about how many turkeys are sacrificed, and I wonder whether we give any gratitude and grace really for their death so that we can consume them. But aside from that, this is Turkey Spirit. You need to be thankful ahead of time. In your January intentions, you need to be thankful for this June energy of new beginnings. You need to be ahead of the curve and prepared. So, July. That was soft too. Soft with a little bit of form coming to it. Okay, so what's happening? Whoa. Okay. The eclipse is bringing Hermit upon you again. This is opening a new truth. With Fire Ant is the idea of moving all the pieces internally into a new order to create the newness that's moving forwards. And this is done with a High Priestess, divine feminine energy. This is being taken to places. Oh, okay, 20 hidden realms, right? I know this is a bit fast, this one, but they're kind of talking to me quickly. This is create conscious awareness. So in the hidden realms that exist inside you is your hummingbird heart energy, okay? This is 20 and this is 26. 2026, worth an angel number, look up on Google, I'm sure. So this is the time when the heart chakra, July, after the eclipse, and it becomes divine masculine, divine feminine energy combining. This is when our heart chakras are going to start to change. This is the birthing, the ace of fire, passions, seated on top of this huge global newly alive earth, is a tiny, tiny spirit, you, preparing for the new beginnings that you have, okay? This is about getting ready to take off with your new heart chakra energy, the hummingbird. It's about unfreezing this frozen heart that we have. I mean, you know, a lot of you know love. You won't know the love like the love that's coming. It's different. And you have the Emperor. Now, this Emperor, while emotional, is static. He's kind of holding, again, near his heart, the world with consciousness. He needs to let that melt. So this is divine masculine. This is the emotional masculine being asked now to transmute and change into divine masculine. Okay? So that was July. I'm getting a bit stressed. We're on an hour and 5-6 minutes. So let's have an animal spirit. Not loads. Just one, please. Because we've got quite a few months to get through, and I feel like I'm writing a movie almost here. I'm so sorry, it was not meant to be this long. Eagle spirit, spirit has your back. This is 23. Eagle spirit, spirit has your back. Trust spirit during July to deliver you the energy that you need to unlock your heart. Okay? August, clarity. Okay, August opens with a sense of cosmic intention. August is when all of that heart chakra energy starts to be melted down. You need to look inside, you need to set the intention. August is the time when the cosmos comes in and helps to create this. Why? Because we've got Yggdrasil again. This is moving forwards in a new form in the world. This is 58, this one. Okay, so that's a 14. No, it's a 13, sorry. So, and that's a really divine feminine energy number, 13. Okay, so moving forward with your heart combined. It's time now to shield your energy, because you're going to look beneath the surface now that your heart's combined and seek clarification on the journey forwards. You've got, that was a 32, that's a 5, we've got an 8, we've got the 3 of fire, this sense of moving forwards with the animal energy of the stingray. This is like, this energy balance is coming in now, and the stingray is kind of ever so slightly building with an energy that they don't know how to hold on to, which is why you have the Prince of Wands, this warrior of passion. There's a new energy, fiery, creative energy coming in, and with it you have the divine feminine magician. This is a beautiful energy of allowing yourselves to create the journey forwards that you need to. It's okay. You're shielding your energy because you've got to now understand, because you've got your heart opening, the journey forwards. How do you create boundaries to let a new sense of love come in? This tree of life is you merging with others and yourself in a kind of cosmic healing. This is the beginning of the soulmate journey, I think, coming towards you. Okay. Oh, it's gone right. Oh, it so is. Okay. So we have here Otter spirit, 42-6. You are never alone. Look at that, little 2 otters nestling together in a heart. This is the beginning. This is why you have to create a sense of who you are and what is your balance so that you do not sting when approached by the new energies. You create a protective realm, and this will keep you safe. July, August. Again, beautiful clarity. August. Whoa. August is the month of total and utter alchemical transmutation. Down here, the eagle and the lion are the wrong way around in terms of their colours, because you've now got a new magic within you. This is the Temperance card, but this is the magical energies of transmuting things. So, it's true. Wow. That needed to come out. Clearly, there's something in that for me. So, transmuting, and this is happening with two wonderful cards, 40 and 42, 4042, Lightning and the Rainmaker. Look at the sort of the similarities between these energies. This is heart chakra and spiritual consciousness coming down to create new emotions. Rainmaker is the ability to create new emotions, to take all the things within you and to echo them, to bring them from your heart and burst them out. Okay, so this is such beautiful energy. What else do we have down there? There's a real sense of the alchemical magic. I mean, seriously, this is going to be good this month. 9 of Air. This is, look, it's like mind magic. Everything's floating around you. You're just in the most beautiful space. The energy flowing around you is so beautiful. And this is a very odd card, this 6. We've got a 9 again. We've got a 6 again. This continuous spiritual numbering. This 6 of Wands it's a sense of victory. It's a sense of you being totally and utterly naked because you're in your truth. Your heart is now open. You stand in your truth. And it is humbling when you're this perfect, when your frequency is so much so that things just fly around you. You're really grounded and connected. Your kundalini is aligned. We have the card of the 4 of Pentacles and Elk. This is divinely grounded. Elk is grounded. We've got that energy again up here of the sense of the newness after the eclipse. The horns are the connection to both the divine masculine and divine feminine energies, but grounded, being stable, not any longer this grey old figure, but somebody moving forwards with purpose and determination. So that's really rather beautiful. So let's have a little look. What do we have here? What do we have as a message, please, for August? I feel like I'm a month wrong. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. This is September. I've been saying the wrong thing. This is September. I'm really sorry. It's a long month. It's a long reading. This is September. This is equinox time. And we have Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely. Okay, use your mind wisely. Be humble about everything. Find that new frequency that keeps everything going. Create and transmute energies. That's why. This is the equinox transformation. I'm sorry, it's a long reading, so I'm slightly losing my space in time here. So now we're coming on to October. October sounds very clean. Right, now then. This really is, after this transmuting, this heart chakra being online, people, this is the month of blooming compassion. 43/7, journey forwards, being in the space of love. You've now got 7 followed by 8. You've got the code of soulmates. This is the code of compassionate love for you firstly, and then for others. This is the point after the autumnal equinox, at which the code comes, if you're following this pathway, to allow true soulmate energy to enter your life. Okay, that's so lovely. The circle is completing. It's another circle. It's pushing through, creating the space to move into another gateway. And this is because with that transmuting, the energy of karma, that beautiful fiery panther energy, this is a king of karma. This is clearing off. This is allowing you to get through the gate to true compassion and love. True. 2 aces of cups. I mean, seriously, this is you and another energy being pulled and drawn together, being ready. No longer this kind of lonely Queen of Pentacles who seems to have so much going on in her life but hasn't quite yet worked out how to be with another. She's got everything except love. She's got everything except love. And there's a little tiny rabbit at her feet. Down there, the little tiny rabbit. She's still got that little moment of fear. You don't have it. That's why she's there. She's teaching you 7 of earth. Turn round and move forwards to the love. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. October, the month of love, soul love. This is real soul loving energy. Beautiful. What's the animal spirit message for October, please? What's the animal spirit message for October, please? 32, hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. Don't go seeking it, you'll know it. Don't go seeking it, let spirit be your guide. You've got to that point now where you're balanced, so just trust spirit. We're nearly at the end. Oh my goodness. Oh, sharp November. What's going on in November? Oh, this is a complicated month. Right, it begins with the black egg. Spirit has a new truth for you. It's probably the truth of love. I don't know yet. We'll see what gives. But there's a new energy. There's transformation. This is the card of death. You've got to open to a new truth. Maybe this is this temptation. What do you want from love? This is, do you want to just be listless on this global planet eating the sweet crap, or do you want the treasure chest? Because you've got another 8 of cups. You've got this you had earlier in one of the months. This is walking away from the old emotions. This is working out, as this new love comes in, how you take that love forward. How do you be completely zen with your emotions? How do you sit in an emotional base? Well, you love yourself. You love you. You understand you. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. This is Yggdrasil. This is the energy of keys to things. This is people ironing out their sheets, ironing out their lives so that they can be the same frequency. That's what this is. This is working out what you need, what you don't need. This Knight of Swords energy coming in and just bringing balance to two souls. I'm absolutely sure this is about two souls. Medicine wheel. This is the medicine. This is 35. This is another 8. So we've got 8. We've got 15, which is 6. We've got an 8. We've got 3 8s in this month. Medicine wheel. This is like coming together, shedding yet another skin, passing through yet another gateway. But this is the gateway of you passing through something with another soul, with your new heart chakra energy. And it comes with the card number 3, another divine number again. Astral travel, caution is needed. It's... I can't say that. Right. I couldn't read this at first, but as soon as I'm holding it up now, caution is needed. This is tantric sex is the best way to bring that up. How lovely. So, this new soulmate energy that's coming in at the end of the month is... Oh, I've got to do a little one of these. Look, you're going to be in fits of passion and love that are so divine that it's going to take you to new levels. It's going to take your energies, because they're together, to such higher realms that I'm just going to say it. You're going to be having the most divine orgasms. There, I've said it. 66. I love this card. Trust in the magic. White Raven Spirit. What can I say? He is the guardian of the 6th dimension. Trust the magic between you and another. November. I know you're like, oh, it's a long time to wait. But you know what? You got to fix yourself first. You got to fix yourself first. And December. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to begin with this card that's actually upside down, which none of the others have been. And I don't usually read upside down, but it is interesting. It's the end of all oppression. This tantricness that you're moving into is the end of all oppressiveness, and it ends all of that sense of this 8 of Swords anxiety. All comes away. It's got Bat Spirit. Bat Spirit is like the Death card. It's transformative. This is holding your world and all that is around you in a whole new energy frequency. And then you've got the card of Fish. Fish, this is another eclipse month, remember? This is the final code of this year. This is breaking through to a completely new dimension. And you've got 9. Oh, actually, look, let's do it this way. You've got the 8 of batons, 8 of wands. This is things happening quickly, moving, travel. This is all kind of, with the astral travel card from before. It's going to happen so fast after the eclipse. Then you have a 9, divine 9, create sacred space, clear and activate. This is you in your new meditative energy, alone, with another, with spirit, and this is bringing about corn. This is the goal. This is the beauty way. This is abundance. This is to be able to feed the world, people around you, to have things stored away for later. This is all of the things you've been longing for throughout this whole spiritual journey is coming towards you in December, and it is a brand new earth. It will feel new. Everything will feel new. And it ends with you being totally zen of emotions. I'm not surprised after all that tantricness going on. So this is not allowing anyone else's emotions to affect you or get inside you or create something to be a burden on you. This is being in your own truth, and the person that you draw in, this person taking you on this astral orgasm journey, is with you because they're your frequency. You only draw in the person that is your frequency. You've got 2 at the... Oh, you've got 3. A rebirth is assured. Bat spirit. This is your rebirth. This 14th of December, divine feminine eclipse is a rebirth. And then you have dog spirit, 19. Be loyal to what you love and who you love, and be loyal to you as well. Dog spirit. Oh, and it ends with a 6. That divine number. Cow spirit. The miracles are endless. What can I say? Wassail.